Sylvester Stallone has one of the most inspiring success stories. Before he made it big, he was essentially a starving artist. For many years during and after his college years, he worked odd jobs to pay the bill while simultaneously taking on any acting roles he could find to keep his dreams of becoming a successful actor alive. During those 7 long years of striving, he came face to face with near poverty. Getting so desperate for money he at one point had to sell his wife's jewelry out of desperation for money. He even had to sell his dog because he couldn't keep him fed. And to top it all off, there came a point where Sylvester was homeless, and had to sleep outside for a number of days. But, his days of struggle as an aspiring actor would not last forever. After facing seemingly insurmountable odds for over 7 years, he would finally get his big break. And this break would come after he managed to get a script he wrote in a 3-day flurry of inspiration, in front of 2 big-shot directors in Hollywood. It was this defining moment that would turn the tides for Sylvester Stallone, and his career would skyrocket after he negotiated the lead role in the film that would come to be known as Rocky. Success eventually comes to those who always dream of her. For a more complete account of Sylvester Stallone's inspiring success story, you can find it here. Success is usually the culmination of controlling failures. Sylvester Stallone. 2. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Considering Arnold Schwarzenegger as the epitome of the self-made man, we wouldn't dare exclude him from our success stories collection. Having been born and raised in Austria, at a time where it was still healing from its defeat in World War II, the odds were already stacked against him. Always discover your vision and the rest will follow. Arnold Schwarzenegger. 3. J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling had a dream of becoming a writer early on. But, she would have to persist for many years before her dream of becoming a published author would materialize. Almost as soon as she decided to get to work on putting her ideas down on paper for her book, she would be sidetracked by her mother's death. Now, J.K. Rowling is now one of the best-selling authors of all time. In fact, she is the highest-paid novelist in the world, with her books having been translated into over 80 different languages with over 500 million being sold. Clearly, persistence and patience pays off in the long run. Don't you dare let their laughter extinguish your ambition. J.K. Rowling. 4. Steven Spielberg. Most people don't know this, but Steven Spielberg was rejected from film school 3 times. But he didn't let those rejections stop him, and he kept applying till he got accepted. Eventually Cal State, Long Beach would accept him into their film program. Fortunately for Spielberg, he would then go on to leverage his opportunity at Cal State to land an unpaid internship at Universal Studios. Steven Spielberg is now one of the most influential filmmakers in history and one of the wealthiest filmmakers in the world. And out of all of our inspirational stories of success, his story in particular, shows that if you knock long enough and hard enough, the doors of opportunity will eventually swing open for you. All good ideas start as bad ideas, that's why it takes so long. Steven Spielberg. 5. Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo grew up in a household that was barely getting by. As a child, he had to share a room with 3 of his siblings due to their meager financial situation. There were even times when they didn't have enough money to buy a soccer ball just so he could play in the streets. But Ronaldo did not let his environment dictate his destiny. Now Cristiano Ronaldo is known as the greatest Portuguese player of all time by the Portuguese Football Federation. He is also considered by millions of soccer fans all across the globe to be the greatest of all time. Dreams are not what you see in your sleep, they are the things that don't let you sleep. Cristiano Ronaldo.